And we're back, continuing on. Okay, it's been a couple of days again. It's just been super freaking busy and I'm exhausted, but I want to keep going. So, okay, last time, taking Nergal, beat up Typhon. We now have Dissolution of Time, so we can just go right for Kronos' head. So we're just going to dive right into it. Going to do the same build as last time, or try to refine it this time. Still going to go get Apollo, but yeah, we're just beginning what could potentially be the final run of the game. Just because I ignore you a lot, Apollo.
Brilliant Apollo. Your many talents must be the envy of all the land, and I am honored that you're sharing them with me. Here, this is for you.
No, right? Yes, recording's on.
Such flattery is entirely unnecessary, I assure you. Although it's perfectly welcome.
Okay, sorry, we're getting into it.
Must have thought nothing could stop him if he unleashed Typhon, but he thought wrong. Let's throw everything we've got at him and finish this, sunshine.
This is going to depend on you guys. Not reroll.
Sure, why not?
No, why not on his attack? Okay, fine. Maybe we'll mix it up.
I grow strong.
Figure bring Rocky
Looks
along
valuable, Rocky.
for the extra mining, because we can get Artemis's aspect. If we reroll, it's going to be bones, but if we reroll it again... Yeah, as we make up the nectar again. Yeah, maybe we'll run into Aphrodite. Maybe that'd be a good combo. Daedalus Hammer early on. Good, good, good.
Rest again for now.
Okay, channels. But the 5 strikes equals only the first slam? Interesting. I mean, why not? Could be reckless, but we'll go with it. I probably should have gone for, like, the armor, like, damage on the special. Probably would have been smarter. Actually, this is really... Well, it hits 2 times.
There.
Oh. Okay. Guess he's... Jesus. Okay. And that actually works out pretty well.
Oh.
Like the double strike. I want to see Arachne though. I should probably go for
Oh, little fly, sit and rest your wings. My finest customer.
Can I give you... I haven't been able to give you any nectars lately.
Never truly stopped to think how much alike we are, the two of us. Both outcasts, aren't we? You should be living in a palace, not talking to a spider in the middle of nowhere.
But I like talking to this spider in the middle of nowhere.
And you should be the most renowned, most beloved weaver in all the land. But that isn't what the fates had in store for us. Although, it's not all bad, is it?
Sorry.
It isn't. It isn't. Because if I was still up there, the envy of gods and mortals alike, I wouldn't have met you. My one true friend.
Her little laugh is so off-putting. Might as well go for the onyx dress. Just the extra bulk. Oh, now we can gift it to her. Maybe I just missed the opportunity before.
Now, this is all too much. If I was still myself, why, I'd be blushing from my cheeks to my toes. It's just... It's been so long since anybody got me anything, you know?
I like getting you such things, Arachne. It makes me so unhappy sometimes seeing you all by yourself like this. I can never stay for long, so perhaps this nectar can remind you of the pleasant times we share when I'm not around.
Sorry.
It most certainly shall. I won't forget your kindness.
Appreciated. Okay, Festus. Actually, his bonus, if... Well, oh wait, I don't know. Well, maybe.
Kronos must reward you handsomely. Whatever you were paid was not enough.
Right, where'd that great big monster out there go? The mountain's rumbling's all settled down.
This might have been a
and
bad
now
setup.
Cragging's just about the worst of it. You got him then? Ugh, I didn't even get to have a look.
Attacks can cause blast. Might as well. I wonder if that would stack. Or should we do armor? Nah, let's try Volcanic Strike. Because in
The
theory...
shadow of a skulking killer now is gone, presumably after it drifted from the crumbling Aethera streets in search here of a target too important to pass up.
That cutthroat came for me.
Yeah, we can re-roll its nectar.
You
Oh, hey, Nem. I'm sorry, I'm just like going and swinging.
got here well before you did. Cleaned up too. Makes you mad, I know. Don't hold back. Let's see how strong you really are.
I don't want to fight you, Nemesis. I don't even want to speak with you right now.
Jesus.
Not asking you to fight me, asking you to hit me. See if you can even make me budge. It'll be worth your while. Let me have it.
I mean, that's pretty good damage. Thank you.
Vitality. I aim to please.
No, no, no. Ah, god damn it. I thought about it right after. It's just like, well, what's the other price? No, shoot, Nem. Okay. That would have been perfect. That would have been Apollo and Hephaestus. Crap. Yeah, the thought process, I wonder if that stacks.
It's gone for good. My pop, he can't believe it still, but there has been no sign of that monstrosity up here since you last took him on. But why am I surprised? I figured if anyone could pull something like that off, it would be you.
Moves are faster. I mean, yeah, that'd be actually a good combo with
Off
this.
I go. Be not afraid. Fetch that, please, Rocky. Nicely done.
Again, I think I've already made, like, bad decisions. My thought process was, like, Hephaestus on that. Maybe it would, like, stack up, but no, I don't think so. It's just, like, the initial burst. But hey, actually, if we could get, like, a glow effect on there. Again, I screwed this up. If I had gotten to that spot before Nem, I could have maybe gotten a glow on his special attacks. Or, like, on his, like, you know, shard.
I do have gold to spare.
I wonder if I got this right. Okay, Apollo. I had a thought process on this, and I think I screwed it up, but okay. What's up, pup? You want outside real quick? Okay, hold on. I asked if you wanted to go out before I started recording. Always. Let me take this out. There we go.
That's that.
Okay, we'll get to that after. Hold on. Okay, back. Sorry. Continuing on.
In the name of hate.
Adjusting in my chair because it's cold and I'm getting my blanket. Sure, I guess. Sorry, I don't really want anything on cast. We'll save the money for later on. Centaur Heart, bulk up. That'd be great if Hecate just, like, didn't want to fight us. Oh, okay.
No.
This is different.
It seems the pathways into Erebus are not as well protected as they used to be. I take it this here's the individual who pitted you against me, is this not?
Oh, boy.
Headmistress. Headmistress, fight him. Fight. Fight back.
You think she wouldn't have?
This headmistress of yours has considerable knowledge to have thus concealed you. But she is weary. Such that time caught up with her at last. She hears not a word you say.
Unhand her, wretch. Unhand her, or I'll tear you to pieces.
I own children tore me to pieces once before.
Been there, done that.
Whoever this is, perhaps she shall be more cooperative than you. Although I'm not particularly optimistic, nor should you be. Good evening.
Come back.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're bypassing the boss fight because... Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Hold on, Headmistress.
Let's go... Moonbeam in the hope of getting Selene's thing. I wonder if you, like, fail again, if you, like, go back, it's like, she's still not here or something. Yeah, out of rerolls. Use them up too early. I mean, I suppose you position that right, you know, just like that wide radius. Yeah, might as well. Go to Narcissus. We haven't seen him in a while. Is this pool still all gunked up? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, it's you. Didn't see you come in. Because I can't really see anything in here anymore. I'm sure the water's gonna clear up, though. At least, I think I'm sure.
Something's amiss. Such contamination typically never lasts more than a night or two. Have you checked other locations? The waters elsewhere don't appear like this.
But this is the best water.
You're just saying that to lure me away so you can take my spot. And since when are you an expert on water filtration? No, these types of problems always fix themselves.
Sorry. I love how Narcissus is played. Again, I haven't even looked up who voices them. But I actually did, like, an audition the other day, and I just, like, channeled Narcissus into it, and I thought it was really good. I hope it gets recognized. That'll be a fun project to be on. We haven't gotten that one before, but might as well get another boon.
Hello, sunshine. You know, cousin, one thing you and Hephaestus have in common is you don't seem to get a lot of sun. I often try to coax him from his cave, and while I usually fail, not this time.
Okay, already got a duo. Have we gotten their duo before?
Mate, before the witch catches on to your routine. Now make yourself useful over here. Let's start sticking these summer right where you don't get a lot of sun.
Damn. Spread it out. Give it lots of room to get sun. That's affects you. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So if we hit with like our special first and then slam down. Whatever. And another Apollo. Maybe we'll get a legendary from him at this rate. Freaking. Nothing to say to him. Yeah, so. Yeah, look at all that damage. So yeah, we can stack with, whoops. There we go. That's like the fastest like we've beaten. Uh-oh. Like, yeah, that stacks well. Like, going with the charge attack, big explosion, then follow up with... It'll work, but okay, I like that. That actually, I think this combo's working. I feel like it's slow, but you know, the thing, everything hits hard. I keep pressing the wrong button. Could have done that a lot smoother. We do need bones. Missed the gold there, but it's fine. I go like, oh, Hera, that could be fun. Well, we already got, well, I suppose there could have been other things that could have maybe gave us, like, hitch. Maybe on our cast? That would have been smart. Whatever. Nah. I go, it's like, maybe Demeter would be really good and, like, put a new thing on our cast. Nah, screw it. Hermes. Yeah, travel deal. See if Skillo's got anything to do.
Don't worry, gals. One day, they'll put us up on the biggest stage for all the world to see.
I'm not particularly interested in listening to your delusions of grandeur right now, so why not start your little song?
Oh, it may be a little song to you now, lady, but it's going to be huge someday. You'll see. We'll show her, won't we, gals?
Just, yeah, obviously Melanoe's got, like, a lot going on, but just, like, she's got no time for anything. Like, she kinda is getting colder. Like, you know, friendly with everybody, but, like, you know... Yeah, we already got Skilla down. Oh, we didn't even run into Selene. Well... Oh, sure, now I'm in Berserker mode. There we go.
Come on, Jetty, get up!
I go, it's like, this is going well. I mean, in comparison, it's so much easier just because I don't have any, like, I just completely ignore the Knight's Testament. I know there was a good thing of gold there, but it's fine. Maybe there's another guy we should throw in the mix. Yeah, let's try Aphrodite's Mirror. Actually, well, it's too late. Probably should have gone with the concave stone, but it's fine. Whoop. Aphrodite, Daedalus Hammer, perfect combination. The Barrow. I was gonna say, and that's it? Oh no, there is a few small things. Yeah, we'll go... I'm already going that way. I should have just dedicated myself to it, but no. Daedalus Hammer first. Alright, what do we got? Attack steal 60 random. I like that. Why not? It's just like another, like you know, another chance for that to hit twice. She probably should have gone with the special, because then that would have like hit again. But oh well. I think I'm making a lot of bad decisions, but
That ugly monster's finally gone. I never could tell if he even had a heart, as there was not a trace of love in him at all. Only the worst intentions and desires. So much for those.
cast inflict weak. Sure. Did not count towards Rocky. Where the heck is Rocky? Is he busy? Okay, whatever. Yeah, come on. 3 boons here, and the other one's just Demeter. Yeah, inflicts glow. We'll do that because then that'll increase more damage. This is a very straightforward one. For the most part. Probably won't matter, but it's one we don't have yet, so might as well get it from him. Maybe that's all the ones we need from Apollo? Love handles, yes. Also creates a heart throb. Bleh, heart throb. Sorry, that's just a good one. Actually, aren't we a little early for that, actually? Yeah, maybe it was a little early for Charon's shop, but I just don't really care about Demeter. There was another thing, where was it?
Surprise! That boatman's good at taking messages, isn't he? Almost like taking corpses down into the underworld like he used to. Nothing to do for those these days. Except to burn.
Calm down. Hold cast for the fireball. That might be nab slow cooker. And yeah, another Apollo. Sure. Oh, we can give him an ambrosia. Yeah. There you go, bud.
Here, my lord. If you plan to keep the other ambrosia bottle in reserve, perhaps you could share this one with a professional associate. No need to save it for later. I've merely strived to better understand you, knowing it was never about words or gifts. You were the boatman of the underworld, a mighty son of Nyx, and the most dependable sort of
possibly
comrade
the
I could ever
mightiest.
want.
Bond forged, Charon. I like you, bud.
I know that you've seen Nemesis about. She's supposed to be at her post, but I think you probably can understand. Whatever it takes for the family and the realm, right?
Bad. Irresponsible. Where was the... Okay. Yeah, I kind of want the Centaur hard, but then we'd have to get Demeter. I'm so mean to her, I know, but it's just sort of like, I just don't care about Demeter's abilities. Like, maybe there's something I'm missing. Just sort of like her cold effects is like, yeah, they're cool and they slow enemies down, but it's just sort of like in comparison to a lot of others. It's just not speaking to me. Yeah, that one. We use enough energy. And we got at least enough energy to use. There's a lot of stuff here. Whoops. Yeah, probably should go with another one, but... Alright, but this is probably the end of it, so... Yeah, Charon. It's like Charon or Pomegranate? No, Charon. We got enough money. Just thinking. No, we got enough. Why not? Sure. Just curious. Yeah, that's him maxed out. I'm just thinking. Alright. Now imagine how much damage we're going to do to Cerberus here. Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh, we got caught in the miasma. Jesus, and then their rapid punches. Alright, that was unfortunate. Maybe I got a little too cocky. Yeah, I definitely got too cocky there, but it's fine. Good boy.
A flash of recognition passes across the countenances of the monstrous hound of hell.
Maybe that means something. Be soothed. Anything else in the area? Okay. Got a little cocky there, but it's fine. Thing is, we got Seleni's gift, and we never even got... she's never even shown up yet, so it's like, man. Okay, and now Charon's got a little thing. True and complete trust does not require words to be exchanged. Yeah. You know, Skelly's tooth. Well, okay. Honestly, that doesn't really matter. Yeah. I go, is there one thing I can swap out? Yeah, that worked out.
I have to do this. I have to do this.
You're going to do this. Now, what wrinkle is going to be added in? That's going to be the real question. Because again, we've made it easy on ourselves. I made it easy on myself just because I'm ignoring the Testament of Night. But now it's just like, what's going to happen when we get there? Again, is Kronos going to have like a third phase? Is he going to have Hecate fighting alongside of him against her will? Is he going to sap power from her? What's going to happen? So he's probably going to have a third phase to like wrap it up. Just a bunch of pomegranates. I mean, damn, that amount of damage. I mean, there we go. I feel like there's a lot of things I could have done differently, but then again, like the radius and the impacts. Only one path. I go, can we run into Hades before we get there? That'd be fun. Yeah, on the one hand, lots of damage, but we are really vulnerable when we do a lot of our moves. Yeah, let's go for Aphrodite. There we go. I was tempted to give her a gift. It's like, nah. Sunny disposition. Oh, cool. Okay. Ooh, that's a good combo. Sorry, Sunny Disposition. Save your soul. Get some money for when we get to Charon. Might as well. Yeah, there we go. We can just generate heartthrobs. Because we use enough magic and then we just create more heartthrobs. Actually, heartthrobs, especially that generation with that spin attack, is a really good idea because that means you can just like run into things. Sorry, maybe playing or taking a few too many risks, just trying to like bulk up.
What's really me?
No, I don't really want any of these, but I suppose it improves our.
But my pride is won. You got me where it hurts, so now I've got to get you back.
Shoot! I'm stuck! I got stuck on the freaking pillar. No, frick. We generated a lot of heartthrobs there, but I think they all got blocked by his shield. Okay, I thought that would be easier to...
A flash of anger was all. We gods are easily hurt for a bunch of immortals.
Okay. Sure. make more progress. Oops. Alright. Hopefully Charon's got like a lot of food. Nah, pomegranates. Maybe that would make us give it. Maybe we'd be lucky and we get like another room to check out, but we'll move on. Okay. Yeah, he's got no food. Well, might as well go. Yeah, we got enough for. Special launches a fireball. That'd be kind of good, but nah, snuff candle. Oop, hold on. Okay, back. All right, so I was like, what do we got here? Extra dose. Yeah. Chance for that to hit multiple times? Thinking. Yeah, armor. We got like no health. Depending on how this goes, this could be like a rough beginning, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, what's he got?
May Nurgle grant this form of Zorafet still greater might.
What did you call that old witch whom you seem to care about so much? Your headmistress? Tell me now exactly who she is, if you yet value her well-being in the least.
She was my mother's handmaiden, nothing more. When you attacked my father's house, she took me away. When I came of age, I vowed to stop you, despite her efforts to dissuade me. Let her go.
At first I thought perhaps that you were a child of Zeus rather than Hades. But you are a terrible liar, granddaughter. Now you shall suffer for your actions, or the handmaiden shall do so in your stead.
Don't you touch her!
I've only just realized, like, he's using, like, the skulls of Hades, or, like, you know, the skulls, the 3 skulls on Hades' door as his footstool. It's just like, you son of a bitch. I've only just noticed that. Oops. Whoops. That's bad.
Come one, come all.
God, bad spot.
Freeze.
I got a second to pick that up. Shoot.
No.
There we go. I got too cocky. I go like, let's just damage him and get some shots in. Okay, too eager. Again, if he's got a third form, I might have just screwed up. No, none of that. God. No, crap.
Even now. then you waste your time. I know what it is you seek.
Shut up and die, Titan. And know these moments as you writhe shall be your last. Mere void awaits.
You truly think the Mirror of Night shall grant you such power? Nyx holds no sway here any longer. You shall see.
I go third phase. Oh, I suppose we can just stab his thing. Okay.
Now for Zagreus to do his part. Not here. The past provides the guarantee.
Okay. I was thinking it's just like, okay, we stab his thing now with Dissolution of Time. No, not quite. We pass the incantation on to him.
Hold on, Headmistress. To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Night and darkness, guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time. All right, need to calm myself. Can't make him more nervous than me. Whew. Okay, focus.
What if something happened? Something must have happened. But then how am I still dreaming? If this even is a dream. Oh, blast, where is she? When is she?
What is going on here?
Wait. Milinoe, you've returned. You've no idea how much difficulty I had falling asleep so I could see you here again. So what's the word? Have you prepared the spear?
Take hold of Gygaros and we'll find out. A couple of points first. 1, you'll have to go immediately to where Kronos resides. And 2, our connection with each other shall probably be lost. I'll be counting on you to succeed.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. But before we do this, you're certain there's no other way? You've nicely asked Grandfather to stand down, that sort of thing?
We're far past level-headed conversation here. I can't imagine he'll be more amenable to persuasion in your time than mine. And as I understand, nicely asking our father if you could leave the underworld had mixed results for you.
But it worked out in the end, is my point.
You really think this Spear of Fathers has the power to destroy a deathless titan?
Now it does.
It shall in just a moment, so hold it close. May earth and night and darkness hear me now. Bring true death for the deathless by my vow. Dissolution of time.
Gygaros, it's grown hot to the touch, but feels much lighter than before as well. I suppose I should be careful not to prod somebody with it. Besides Kronos.
Go, Zagreus. I've done everything I can here. And we'll see each other again. Some other time than this, perhaps. But still. For now, farewell.
Goodbye, Milinoe. I hope this works.
Okay, now what happens? Do we have to run back there, or is he doing it? Tartarus, the prince's time. Do we get to play as Zagreus for a little bit?
What now? What is all that infernal racket? Silence, fools, lest we be caught. Guards! Guards! Guards!
Oh, hello.
Look down there. You lack the clothing of the satyrs' hooves, and have a countenance which I know not.
You must be Grandfather. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm called Zagreus. I got a tip about your quite suspicious cabin here and had to go take a look. What are you doing here, if I may ask?
Recuperated. What else would I possibly be doing in a place such as this? So I suppose Hades is to thank for this new grandchild of mine. I never thought that I would see the age when he became a father for himself.
Oh, he's a wonderful father, if you must know. So much so, I have a little sister too, Milinoe. Looks more like our dear mother Persephone, the underworld queen, though has a bit of your son's prickly personality, I think. You'd love her.
I'm sure we'll get along great.
Why are you telling me all this? So immediately next my satyrs tear you to shreds. Where are those blasted satyrs anyhow?
Already splattered all across the past room.
Grandfather, I'm telling you all this because I thought I'd make a little small talk here before I do you in. You would bring pain and suffering upon my house, and as our designated security specialist, I cannot allow that.
But are you willing to parlay?
What do you know of my intent? You dare speak to me of pain and suffering? Here I have wrought it since an eon prior to when you were but a twinkle in your father's eye. He and his brothers, traitors and usurpers.
They're your children. Look, you don't have to like them all the time, I know I don't. But what of Meninui and me? Are you prepared to sweep us into your old grudge?
I will not. Your father surely has already poisoned you against me. You and your little sister both.
That's the problem. He's not, is he? Okay, I have a feeling...
Would I be speaking to you if that were the case? Here's the arrangement. Either take pity on your grandchildren, or take this spear repeatedly. And you won't soon recuperate, I swear. Which is it going to be?
You who threaten me with annihilation have not experienced the world without time. You come to deal in this my influence. Nor would my pity do you any good. How exactly would you seek to manifest?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps just by being our grandfather rather than sneaking underneath the house in some sort of profane chamber I ought to have known about. Your time. Why don't you extrapolate a bit?
I mean, it is... Okay, I'm just letting it play out. Because, yeah, the thought process I had is, like, Zag is hesitant. It just, like, even if just, like, okay, Kronos sounds like a bad guy, but, like, he's still family. Maybe there's something we can do about that. Because, like, Zag, you know, has changed his father. He has learned, like, you know, there are complicated intricacies to, like, these relationships. And yes, Kronos basically is an abusive father, but maybe there's still a redemption for him to make it right by his own children as well. So I'm wondering if that's what Zag's thinking.
What? A joy-filled life in which Grandfather Time is there to coddle the spoiled children of my murderous son. He shall drive that accursed spear through the outside if you do not.
No, because you'll be under my protection. And also, no, it won't just be a joy-filled life, especially if you keep on. But it'll probably be better than whatever this is. Now make your choice already. I don't have all day or night.
Severin, a future with such grandchildren as you or the eternal void. How can I possibly decide?
That's it, I'm stabbing you.
No, wait.
We'll talk.
All this time, for naught. Perhaps the fates themselves always knew my plans would be undone again.
So how does this change the future?
2, 1.
Long after, yet long ago.
Hence I go.
Oh, we're playing as Kronos. This is so weird. Is this like a fully decked
You
out...
said yourself Mother could use some rest. Why don't you join her? I can keep an eye on things.
No, Nyx is with the Queen. Nor shall I leave my daughter unattended.
Unattended? You act like I may not be the best influence on her.
I do not act.
Oh, hello. Well, this is a rare treat. The both of you together in this lounge. What brings you here, Grandfather?
I yet to seek the girl's whereabouts is what. I have turned over this residence in its entirety and found nary a sign. She is already as elusive as you always were, Hades.
That or your old senses have dulled. She went running over there by the head chef, where she yet lingers in silence. Go before her patience wears thin.
What Father meant to say was no, we've no idea where my good son's little sister is. She could be anywhere. Have you tried checking the administrative chamber? Gods, I sound like Hypnos.
Oh, God.
Did you appreciate the hint?
Keep up the good work.
Where are you, my girl?
Aww. What an interesting thing. Again, it's like, maybe there was a Look at the little service plushie.
There you are at last. You might have kept me searching for a while yet, that you found such a secure hiding point amid those shadows.
It sure took you long enough. I was beginning to think I might never see you again.
That is precisely what your father said when Zagreus first brought me here. Well, are we to suffer through another round?
No, this game is too easy. Tell me another one of your tales about the Golden Age.
Doll.
Perhaps when you are older, lest your father be displeased. If you defy him, you merely get a mild reprimand. If I defy him, I get cut to little bite-sized bits, which then are sprinkled throughout Tartarus.
He'll do it again. I've seen it.
Ew. Well, if father ever does that, I shall simply go find all the bits and put you back together again.
This is so strange, but so interesting.
Spoken with the generosity of youth. You are the only one around here who would say such things, Millennium.
Again, I'm curious though, because this is a roguelite, so how are they going to circle this back? Is this just sort of like what could have been, but now something catastrophic is going to happen?
Truly? But don't the others like you, Grandfather?
Oh, they can never get enough of me, my girl. Except, we still have had our differences. But let me not concern you with the past. The only time that matters is right now. And right now...
I'm gonna eat you.
Tag, you are it.
Hey, no fair! Still here. Oh gods, Zagreus. Something's going on out there.
Is it like, yeah, did we...
Titan.
What?
Multiverse theory?
Prepare to suffer for all that you've done, wretch. Or shall I stay my hand merely because you made the mistake of loosening your hold on me?
Yeah, we might have fixed the past, but this doesn't automatically fix the future. Yeah, is this like DBZ multiverse theory?
This was no mistake. Nor shall I seek mercy from the likes of you, witch. Do with me as you must. I cannot.
Does he look a little different?
Kronos. Headmistress. What happened? What's going on?
Millennium, where are we? One instant I discovered that our enemy invaded Erebus, and the next I know he's groveling about my feet. How is this possible? What have you done?
I did our plan, you know, or did we kind of like, is now he changed in the future? He's changing the future, but if it's still like this, let's see what happens.
I did everything as planned, but Zagreus, I told him, I warned him. In his time, he was supposed to run the Titan through and end all this.
Zagreus spared me, took me in, and from that point, I led what came to be an altogether different life, which I now realize was but a dream, a delusion. Yet still, you changed my course.
Huh.
And you take me for a fool. You suddenly recall having this chat with Zagreus a while back, and now you're having all these second thoughts?
Second thoughts? Oh, far, far more. Here, in this house, you had delighted in a hiding game when you were very small. And you and Zagreus would fight, but out of love, not in the bitter way we fought. I did not realize there could have been this other past of mine. This better past.
Yeah, he does look, you know, he's got like a pupil and he looks like... So why is it still ruined?
A better past? But none of it occurred. Nothing changed. You should be gone, not flooded with false memories. I would never have grown up cheerily with you. I don't understand.
The current you wouldn't have, but the one in the past.
None of us understand ourselves entirely. Millennium, this wretch is overcome and shan't be using his old tricks again. End him.
Yes. Finish what you set your mind to, Granddaughter. For I have no desire to exist in such a world with all of you like this. Not for one moment longer.
Silence. You'll exist in this world until I say otherwise. Now enough talk. Release our family from your hold.
Our family? Granddaughter, I shall not release them now. You shall. And I await their judgment and your own.
Father, Mother, Brother.
Zag.
Father, what? Why have you brought me here? And the others? What is the meaning of all this?
Yeah, so is this kind of like a multi... Yeah, it's like, did we just like... Okay, like... is it multiverse? So it's just sort of like, we changed the past, and so we flooded him with new memories, but he's the Titan of Time. So I guess all those memories, like that vision of another past, could just flood into him, even in a world that's still messed up.
Ask your daughter, Hades. Perhaps she can explain better than I. As for the Queen and Prince and all the rest, the Princess needs but to remind them who they are. Go on, then.
Threatened.
Stay where you are.
I mean, she would. Papa! Do you release them one at a time, or?
Queen Persephone, Prince Zagreus, return to us.
Hades,
Mother.
You're all grown up. Oh, my heart.
Look at our boy.
You did it. Me, I nicely asked Grandfather to stand down after all, long before you were even born. Oh, my head.
I don't know, maybe it's just like this this first line, but he sounds like a little bit older. Not much, like still same voice, but...
They shall recover. Give them time. Now send me to the blasted void already. You, son, or that witch, or you, granddaughter, one of you. I'm weary of incessant bickering. You long for a world without me? It is yours.
Wait, no. Sister, don't. Don't you remember? Grandfather, he was there when you were growing up. Was it a dream? Couldn't have only been a dream. Just please give him a chance.
Like, at least... Okay.
Zagreus, you need not advocate for me again. What we experienced was a possibility and nothing more. And you, Millennium, to think I put you through all this. Take your vengeance.
Yeah, like Zagreus and Kronos have the memories of like this alternate timeline or like this dream and how things could have been. And,
I ought to take my vengeance on you both. Zagreus, I trusted you with our entire family's future.
It worked out, didn't
I don't
it?
remember any of what you and this Titan claim. How convenient that only you seem to recall it.
How convenient. You cast your dream time witch magic on us? And if you still think destroying Grandfather will make this ridiculous family's problems go away, then no wonder your fancy spell didn't quite work out.
I mean...
Enough! No fighting is permitted in this blasted house. Especially not between the two of you. Do you intend to wind up old and wretched and wrathful like him? Like me?
Lord Father, it was my wrath that brought me to this point. And how can you possibly compare yourself? Look what the Titan did to you.
We did this to each other. Gods and Titans, doomed to live forever, yet learn nothing all the while. Do as you must, but take no vengeance in my name.
I may yet take vengeance in my own name. But let us first make certain Kronos shall undo the harm he caused. All of it. Zagreus wants to give him a chance. I want him to give us back the time we were denied.
Then he shall have his chance. You hear that, Father? By the grace of the Princess of the Underworld, you have one chance to return what you took. Bring this house to order to start with. My eyes burn at the very sight of this place.
I cannot change what already occurred, Hades. I am an old Titan, as you say. All I have ever known is how to move forward. But if you and my grandchildren would have it, I can make time for this house of yours. And everything.
Then be so kind as to get these chains off me so we can get to work.
Sorry, this is interesting. I kind of like this development.
So the Princess of the Dead remained in the House of Hades with the Titan of Time and the rest, to aid in the recovery of however much was not forever lost. The rightful Underworld King and Queen were swift to organize this relatively painless task, and Shades of the Dead, still loyal to their cause, answered the call. They and the Titan picked up many pieces of the past. And soon, the house grew more like how it used to be. But then, a summons from Olympus arrived, and the princess knew her stay had reached its end.
Typhon come back. Sorry, I'm petting the dog while I'm reading this. Or going through this.
Well, this is it.
It's coming together. Can we pet Cerberus now? Not deposit. Okay, I'm gonna let the dog out again real quick. Hold on. Okay, back. Continuing on. Talk to everybody. What's up?
Well, I think we can fix up the rest of this place on our own. Thank you for all your help. Especially the part where you liberated us from our temporal prisons and whatnot.
Believe me, I had nothing better to do. Anyhow, we'll have to find a way to cross paths out there. And each keep an eye on Kronos as we tie up some loose ends.
You're not still angry with me, are you? For, you know, not murdering our grandfather in an utterly defenseless state? I wish you could remember growing up with him. You got on rather well. He made you laugh more than I did.
In this dream past only you and he recall, I'm still uncertain how to feel about this possibility of a more pleasant life. Right now, I'd simply settle for a calmer one.
Well, hopefully we're aiming to that.
You don't seem like the settling sort. Anyway, I know this isn't goodbye, and we'll be seeing each other. Though, still, I'll miss you, little sister. And do send Hypnos back if he can't wake up on his own.
He'll wake up. I'm going to miss you too, big brother. Take care of everyone, all right?
You gotta sneeze.
I will. You take care too.
God, that sneeze didn't come out. Sorry. Can I pet you now, buddy?
The notoriously fearsome triple-headed monster Cerberus rests in his favored spot, and now regards the Princess of the Dead with 3 expressions different than before.
Well, boy, this must be the next best thing to guarding the Underworld's gates. Say, do I have your permission to give you a scratch? The way my brother demonstrated before. You're a fine dog.
Yeah. He is aware. Good, Pubs. What's up? Speaking of pups, hold on. Okay, back again. Sorry. Pup one in, pup one out. Okay.
May moonlight guide you.
Darkness suits me best. You are as certain in this as is she, Witch of the Crossroads. It is no burden to you, then, to look after her and care for her, as we would have, had none of this occurred.
I am not her mother, my lord, no substitute for all that she has lost. Yet I once swore to you that no harm shall come to her, and that vow remains. And I shall always care for her, whether she resides with me or not.
Ah, witch mom.
And you, Milinoe, your mind is set. Though I am unsurprised, I nonetheless must ask, for your decision here is irreversible by laws much older than my own. To serve the unseen.
Is to serve in shadow. I know full well, Father, and do not make this decision lightly, but I can't leave the crossroads. Especially when my duty isn't yet complete, given what Kronos said about these other possibilities we face.
This new venture of his, such a toil for you. To have been instrumental in altering time as we know it, only to be charged with keeping it that way.
Oh, I don't mind. This matter is close to my heart. I suppose I'll either be a timekeeper or a time killer, depending on if Kronos continues to be on his best behavior.
It is as though he lived a different life up to this point. I still find it rather difficult to accept. Your Uncle Zeus shall have to judge for himself.
I mean, fair.
Lord Uncle has our full report. We'll see what he decides. All this is going to be an adjustment, isn't it? But I'll see you again soon, and Mother, and Cerberus, and Zagreus. Our responsibilities should mean our paths cross plenty often.
All part of what we now shall do. Cerberus has already taken to rampaging through the fields of his own accord, and your mother and I shall not be far. As for your brother, he always turns up.
I'll be counting on it.
I'm just tired.
I'm glad you're back, Father.
Shadows conceal you.
Prince Zagreus?
Princess Milinoe.
Okay.
May moonlight guide us.
Go unseen.
My beautiful daughter. I still can hardly believe it's you. It's said that children grow up in the mere blink of an eye, but this was too fast. Much too fast.
Sorry about that. Kind of my
I got to
fault.
as quickly as I could, but it took some time. Didn't it, Grandfather?
It did. Queen Persephone, would that I could give back all the moments and the memories which I denied you in my fervor. Those who say time can be so cruel, they are right.
They also say time heals all wounds, though I've yet to verify that claim. Especially
Give
with
it
all our
time.
servants still recovering. Forgiveness in our family is hard won, Kronos. Although it seems you've all eternity to try.
And for that matter, all eternity to locate the 3 fates. Still no sign of them at all, even with Nyx's aid.
None. I cast them into the abyss. Had I but known precisely where, they would have known how to get back. Yet if my hypothesis about other such possibilities as I experienced is correct, we may find them.
This hypothesis of yours about the flow of time, you're certain we need to keep conditions similar to how they've been to verify it?
It's just an excuse to keep the gameplay loop going, sweetie.
Why, yes. That is the only way to test a theory properly. For it seems that my own understanding of the flow of time was flawed.
Something to rectify. Mother? Thank you for your hospitality and everything. It's been wonderful to see you.
To meet you, really.
You too. Knowing how things go, we'll see each other again before we know it. And you're dismissed as well, Kronos. You've done your part for now, however small.
That side eye. She looks so good in like that shimmering, like golden green.
You have my gratitude, O Queen, and my pledge. At least this house is mostly to your preference again. Beyond these halls, of course, much more is to be done.
Yes, well, Father shall see to the ongoing underworld renovations. Sounds as though he's done this sort of thing before. As for us, our chariot is here.
That it is. I am prepared.
Thank you for being here.
Only because of you.
I go, she's still like, you know, it's hard to tell because of the angle, but she's still pretty short even compared to Persephone. But then again, I guess Dad is freaking huge. Nyx! I was wondering.
My faithful Eye of Night, my child. Thank you for ensuring that our realm remains secure and keeping watch above it all. I never doubted that I could count on you.
It sounds like they're... Maybe it's been a while. It's like, it sounds like the effect on her voice is different. Either way.
But Mother, had our watch been more dependable, then none of this would have transpired. I failed you, yet you praise me.
Trying times shall always come about. Now go, and whenever you ride through the dark of the sky, remember, I am always there.
Thank you, Mother, and farewell for now.
Farewell.
I must say, I did not expect that we could ever draw you down this far, sister. Perhaps not even headmistress in all her experience.
What?
If you are ready, little star, then let us go, lest we outstay our greetings and farewells. I am honored to have seen these halls, and to return to Shadow with you on this night in victory, not haste.
Come, Malinois, for all the reasons that Selene says. We have a delivery that we must make besides.
Then let's be off. If only Artemis were here, this could have been a proper Silver Sisters reunion, couldn't it?
Then let us ride into the dark above. And do be careful to hold on as we depart.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, daughter.
You get to fly like this each night.
Just little dangling sandy legs.
Interrupt. We have arrived at our initial destination, everyone. Olympus is not far from here.
I do appreciate the ride upon your gleaming chariot, O Moon, but it is time for me to go. Perhaps my conversations with Hades have prepared me to face my other sons.
Lord Uncle Zeus asks that you come alone. He and Olympus may not be quite as merciful as Father was, but how you act with them shall help determine that. They ought to be expecting you by now.
And I ought never to be late. Perhaps they shall at least permit me to assist you from here on in case you do retrace your steps. Till then, farewell. And thank you, granddaughter. My timekeeper.
That'd be crazy if we got chrono spoons now, too.
Right. Off I go.
I was so hoping he'd just, like, dive off.
Well, good evening.
Thought we'd drop in.
Lord Apollo and Lady Artemis.
It's a beautiful night, Lady Selene, and you must be the esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. You've trained my cousin very well indeed to have brought Kronos to our heights, still in one piece.
Fine, Apollo, I was incorrect for once. No need to boast. Malinois, I may have wagered that you'd cut the Titan to ribbons sooner than you'd bring him here.
So even other people thought,
I
okay.
know it's unimaginable, but he came here willingly, and Lord Zeus wanted to speak to him in private. Wait, does that mean you were kicked out of your house?
Well, we consider it a palace, but, no. No, we've been appointed to escort you to the crossroads as a symbol of our family's unity, and come bearing a gift. Shall we be off?
Apollo, Artemis, like duo. Duet. And that's the credits. Super Giant Games. Oops. I'm just pressing buttons. Okay. Now is that, you know, and there's still so much to do. There are some aspects I don't have yet. There's so much, like, still to do. And now I'm curious what the runs are going to be like even after this. Although I wonder, I did have a thought. It's like, well, if Typhon is from the Abyss and that's where the, you know, fates are, I wonder if Typhon could have got its hands on them. Okay, whoops. Sorry, I keep pressing buttons. I could talk. I want to just, like, start rambling, but it's just like, okay, I don't want to talk over this duet, so we'll give it a moment. Let me just check some stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking. It's like, is this really the... So I'm just like looking up. It's like, okay, is that the ending? Yes, it is. But now we got like an epilogue with all new stuff. Sorry, just like Hecate grabbing the hat. So yeah, just checking. So yeah, now we got like post-game epilogue, which for a game like this, that's insane that there's like so much game and now we're in like, there's so much more yet to do. Still in the Siren spoiler list. Aaron Yvette. Oh! Sorry. Oh, God. What is she in? That name. I'm trying to think of who that voice is. Hold on. I'm pulling up her behind the voice actors. Oh, yeah. Dispatch. That's coming out soon. She's in that, too. Oh, she's also Dora. Pandora? Sorry, now I was looking up Aaron Yvette recently. Oh, Selby in Unicorn Overlord. I'm just going down. A lot of things I don't recognize. But... no, but like, Aaron, yeah, she's great. I'll pay attention. Just, yeah, would never not have guessed. I've not checked out... Hold on. because I've not looked at the cast list. Yeah, Judy Alice Lee for Millennium. Who's she in? Oh, she's Vex in the new Borderlands. Borderlands 2 was like one of my favorite games. She's also in Unicorn Overloader's Unify. And yet I had no hype for 4, but I'll have to I'll see how I feel about it later on. Sorry, I'm just looking. I thought it said Jason Momoa as Odysseus. Like, what? No. Jason Marnoka? Marnoka? Oh, we played a lot of characters in the Netflix Devil May Cry. Aw. Sorry, I'm looking up and down and just checking stuff.
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, restored to his rightful throne alongside splendorous Persephone, the queen. The attacks upon Olympus finally ceased, and ever since, the gods governed our world with newfound care. As for the princess of the dead, Millennium, she stayed in steady touch with all her family from the dark comfort of the shadows that had long since been her home. And she and the Silver Sisters kept their secret vigil over all the realms forevermore.
May it all turn out that way in time, Homer. Though, what am I going to do with myself now that my task is finally complete? Well, I suppose I have eternity to figure it out.
There's plenty to do. So it's like, task complete. Sorry, I was snickering to myself because oh, who's the voice of Narcissus? And it's Darren Korb, the voice of Zagreus and Skelemus. And it's just like, oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
Don't think I forgot about you, little one. We really did it, didn't we?
I should have brought him on the last trip. That would have been appropriate. Hold on.
What an accomplishment.
No need to be concerned.
Warrior aspect, yep.
A god who longs for dealing death with Zora.
Investigate the underworld in Olympus. Okay. Yeah, the real end goal must maybe be finding the Fates, but, okay. Let's look around real quick. And there's still stuff to do. The dog wants out again. Hold on.
One, please.
Just looking around real quick.
It's done.
Nem.
More olives.
What is that?
From Olympus looks good by far.
The sun and moon.
Oh.
Two sides forming a whole. A newfound symbol of the union twixt Olympus and the underworld. And a gift to the crossroads from the gods themselves.
Lord Hephaestus must have crafted this himself. Here you'll grow strong.
I'll watch that one.
Oh, getting stuck on
Still asleep.
There must be something we can do now. Okay, hold on. Dog wants out again, and then we're going to talk to everybody. We got a lot of wrap-up to do, and yet we're not done yet. Hades 1, after I finished it, I played for quite a while. I had one really bad run, and then I just never got back to it to play more. So it's I'll have to see about what I want to do about the epilogue, but at least we got the game done. But the epilogue is going to be a whole thing, but it's something I should just come back to every once in a while rather than just crashing through. So hold on a second. Okay, back. Sorry. Sorry, just dog wants in and out tonight, and it's I get it. I want to save my nectars. Well, no, we got plenty of nectar. Well,
hey, so what exactly happened around here? Did you complete your big important task? Because that's what I'm hearing from the other shades.
Well, for the most part, yes. My family is back. My mother and father are restored to the underworld throne, and my brother's back too. But we have many details to sort out, and the Titan Kronos is going to be assisting us with that.
What?
The Titan you said you were going to slay this whole time.
The thing you kept yapping on about.
I hate to say it, Mel, but sounds to me like you totally blew it. At least the Titan part.
Well, maybe something
He's
good came out of it.
Himself, or rather, no longer the way he used to be. And we'll be closely watching him.
That's the thing. I suppose just between... Okay. Because I was reading some stuff when I was trying to see, it's is this the true ending? Okay, there's an epilogue to do, and seeing some thoughts about the ending, it's oh boy. Although, I get it, but also I disagree. We'll get there.
So then, congratulations are in order, basically?
More or less.
Well, if you like.
I do. Congratulations, Mel.
Thanks, Dora.
What's going on, Mel?
I should customize. What are the other wall scrolls? Hercules and Selene. Okay, back in a bit. Let's talk to Hecate.
How are you faring?
We should check on
lately,
Skellimus.
Mistress? You've been, well, more reserved than I expected since the House of Hades. You said we'd speak more later.
How soon later turns to now. Look, Melinoi, I ought be in a more celebratory mood given what you finally achieved. I am, above all, very proud of you. But being back at the house awakened memories that ought to remain dormant.
Even though you got to see Mother and Father again, and Nyx. They were so grateful to you, I could tell. I am so grateful to you. Things may not have gone precisely as we planned, but the result is what we sought, isn't it?
You refer to Kronos. I long to see that wretch destroyed. My heart remains poisoned by the thought. I am attempting still to draw that poison out. To give me time.
Let's see. What was her name? I'm just having a thought. I wonder, okay, okay, this is just speculation. I don't know when I'll be able to find a way to pay this off, but I wonder, is Hecate maybe Kronos' wife? I can't remember her name. Like, could she possibly be the mother of the gods? That's why she's got so much power, so much insight, and so much hatred for Kronos. Like, that is, you just toss out an idea, and you just toss out every idea possible, and if you're right, you look like a genius. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there. I've no idea, but I'm just like, there's a particular way she's framing this.
I remember you once told me that destroying Kronos would not change the past, and that the pain would linger.
And I was probably correct. Yet we cannot help but reassess the turns our lives take, through our own choices and otherwise. Anyhow, are you prepared to carry on?
Nearly so. Retracing my steps should be interesting.
I'm just wondering, like, long shot, but I wonder if maybe. Just, like, something about how Hecate, like, has been talking about this, actually, now that I think about it. And I just wonder, there's got to be, even if it's not what I'm thinking, there's got to be some really personal connection between her and Kronos that makes this, like, really vengeance on her end.
Finally back from your father's house. Was Hecate all right? After the Titan got her, I ought to have taken guard duty more seriously and won't soon forgive myself is all.
Headmistress would only want for you to learn from it. I half wonder if she let herself be taken just to get closer to our mark. Perhaps go speak with her.
Yeah. And what of Kronos? Heard he isn't really dead and gone. How come everybody's cheering for you then?
It's complicated.
He's dead and gone in the sense that we have neutralized the threat he posed. I now shall have to grow accustomed to having him as a grandfather, rather than a hated foe.
Don't see why he can't be both. This was never part of the task. And not like you to stray from the objective. We sure this supposedly neutralized Titan of Time is to be trusted.
Headmistress sealed his strongest powers just in case. At any rate, we did it, Nem. The task is finally complete.
Then how come you look like you're headed out again? Heard there's still more time-related business to sort out.
Well, yes, but...
Then we're not done.
Yeah, like... okay, I'm trying to think of where do I want to begin. Because there's, like, so much to talk about. Hold on, we're going to talk to everybody. This is effectively the end, and, like, there is, like, epilogue stuff to do. But I'll probably title this just sort of, like, true ending. But, like, there's still epilogue things to do.
How many is that?
I've lost track. Dying Wish and Orchid.
It isn't so trouble. The Chrono stuff I'm hearing, he's really calling it quits? And he let Nyx and everybody off? What did you do to him?
Working with my brother in a bygone time, we flooded our grandfather's mind with a cascade of new memories of the family he then realized he always had, creating in him a profound and sudden change. Why? What's your concern?
When you put it like that...
My concern is that you ruined everything. So now we'll all have peace and harmony, joyful reunions, apologies, promises to never let this type of thing happen again? Ugh!
You
Have you met our
buzzkill!
families, Eris? It's never that simple.
It better not be, or I'll never forgive you.
I can live with that.
Your task is finally complete. Perhaps the fates knew you'd succeed, but I couldn't always be certain, although I held to what could be considered hope.
And your support made it possible, Lord Moros. For one thing, if you hadn't intervened when I was trying to reach the surface, Typhon might have reduced Olympus to ruin.
Doom averted. We children of Nyx have already heard that Mother is no longer bound in Tartarus. You have our deepest gratitude. Certainly mine. Well then, what happens now?
That's what I'm wondering. So we still got like 3 items, like 3 trinket slots. So I wonder if they're Kronos, Zag, and like Hades.
I suppose I ought to go make certain everything's in order. My father started renovations to the underworld when I volunteered to help clean up. The surface needs it too.
Then it sounds like I may see you again soon?
Absolutely. Hold on, before we talk to Odysseus.
Your mother and the rest are safe, Lord Hypnos.
Sorry, just
I'll
him
surely
snoring.
Be expecting your return and presumed you'd wake after all this, but you're still sound asleep. Well, don't worry. I made you a promise, and I intend to keep it.
Sorry, I heard that you still sound asleep. Like the... but I wonder if now that's post-game stuff we can do.
You found a path to victory and got us there. Wouldn't have been much of a plan if it didn't leave room to improvise. Of course, our plan now also has this other phase as a result.
Cleaning up after Kronos. I know you thought I would get rid of him, but my family is better off not knowing such a thing could even be done, except to real monsters.
I well and truly understand, Goddess, and do believe your choice was wise. As for what's next, everything is ready for you to proceed if and when you are.
I want your counsel here, Odysseus. Should we be doing this? Ensuring time flows freely forward. The remnants of the Titan's legions likely won't be happy to see me retracing my steps like nothing happened.
My personal opinion is it doesn't hurt to try. To the extent you had other matters to resolve, consider it an opportunity to do so. And we'll always be anticipating your return.
Then let's give it a go.
Alrighty. So yeah, just getting the rundown. Like, okay, hold on. Let's see if Skelemus... What's up with him?
Grandfather should be somewhere up ahead. Let's see how this goes.
Yep, and just like regroup with Kronos in both above and below. We need a little bit more. Ooh. Did I use up all my bones?
Hail, Broker.
There we go. Just enough psyche. There we go.
Be able to increase my grasp.
Grasp of Arcana maxed out. There we have it. Let's just plug something in for right now. Sure, Messenger. I don't know. Okay, I really have to mess around with some of these more. There he is.
Hail our victorious princess of the underworld!
Where'd you go? We probably missed something in queue. Oh, and there's another Chaos Trial. Hold on.
The rousing tales of your great accomplishment preceded you, young one, and I am here to heap still further praise. Great job back there with all the Chronos stuff.
Thank you very much, Commander. Though, what are you still doing here? I kept expecting you'd return to your honorary post at the house, but eventually I had to depart.
Well, you are not exactly done with everything, are you? I see you eyeballing the gateways out, wondering what's gonna happen now. So as long as you're here, so am I.
So then you're sworn to us. To me.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
What? What are you going to try to do? Get rid of me? I dare you. I dare you try. Okay. New Chaos Gates. Trial of the Marauder. Aspect of Nergal. Rift of Thessaly. That'd be a short one, but that seems cool. Alright. So, yeah, we got it. So we can go out. Probably New Testaments and such. Now we can go back to the surface. yeah, there's still a lot to do. And I suppose now we gotta do a run
The
up
veil of
or
darkness
above and
spreads.
below and just see what's different and see what else we can
Not
do.
quite as damp as Oceanus here, is it?
I'm just looking. We still didn't get Aspect of Nyx, because we never found any freaking flux. Still gotta get Artemis, so we gotta go down a couple of times. So, you know, we just keep playing. It's just like, just keep doing the loop. Like, I had a feeling that somehow this was gonna have to circle back to the status quo, just so we could, like, keep doing loops in the game. Though I'm wondering how it's different. Is Typhon still around? Is Sea Hill crashing through? If there's no Kronos, or maybe he just, like, play fights with us now? I don't know. But, yeah, with that, I suppose we can go up. Cause... Hold on, let's just swap an item.
Sure.
Just because then it'll... Yeah, let's just check out title screen. Because, yeah, with that, that's Hades 2. And, you know, it's still like... Okay, night 50? So, did that count as we did it on 49 or 50? And, yeah. So, you know, nice and round, I think, how we ended it in the end. And some of those nights were also from, you know, doing chaos, like, challenges. Which, I'm not going to count those, it doesn't matter. Okay, but, you know, still. But I suppose we can check more specific details if we go to the record keepers. Because, where... Oh, right, he's over there. Well, because we got...
What does my history reveal?
Okay, yeah, night 50 prevailed. Yep, we did it right on 50. Awesome. Feels nice and compact. You know, once we got it going, because, you know, I did hit some walls at points, and it's just like, man, so close. It took us, what? Did it really take us 15 nights? Well, some of these, I think, were chaos. No, some of them were... Okay, but 15 nights to get our first win, and then just, like, it kept going up. Like, that's what's so great about the progression in this game, is, like, even at a loss, even if you lost, like, really early on in a run, you still get something out of it. Whether it be just, like, you made progress to advancing a boon, or you, like, move, like, or, you advance conversations with other characters. I'm just looking, isn't this... No, yeah, that was a failed run. It's just like you make progress no matter how well or how poorly you do in a run. In fact, like, doing really well can, like, kind of, like, mess your progression up a little bit, because, like, sometimes conversations won't trigger. But once we got on a roll, like, we started, like, nailing it, we started getting more accurate, we then tried, like, failed in a couple of times, finally got more progress, hit a big wall here between... I was just saying, oh, there, surface end. Like, yeah, surface, underworld, chaos gate.
Ugh.
And then just, like, kept going up, and then once we started hitting a stride, we were hitting a stride. You know, it's like you hit the wall, but then you just, like, you got the combination that works. Like, you think about your strategies, or you spread yourself too thin, and then you're just like, no, wait, this is what will work, this will work, or sometimes luck. But, you know, it's a mix between luck and skill, and it work, you know, it can be either or. They can work in tandem, or they can... We use the witch's staff that many times? Am I getting that right? No, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, the witch's staff was... Oh, wait, no. I suppose early on when it was, like, we had so little, but, once we started... Times you use Aspect of Nergal... Yeah, weird that the Witch's Staff is our most used item. Followed by the Sister Blades? That's surprising, honestly. For some reason, I thought I used the Axe the most, but I suppose when you go down, it's... I suppose, like, that's 8 individual times. Then it's, like, the Blades. I like the Blades, actually. Like, I was a little hesitant about the new weapons. Just, like, something feels a little wrong, but then it's just, like, you get used to them. Like, you know, in Hades 1, I was replaying a bit of Hades 1 the other day. Trying to take my mind off some things, but just like the weapons in that are a lot simpler. It's so much more melee focused. Even the range weapons like the shield and the bow are very simple in comparison to like in sibling comparison, then you got things like this, like the umbral flames, the witch's staff, like these heavily ranged things, but you like they're so much more dependent on your magic and on your extra skills. So it's like mixing and matching your base attack, your special, your cast, and then using amplified versions of those and like how they mix up. C-Star, favorite, most used, boon, because like that, you get lucky with that, it just kills, launcher frame. Oh yeah, because we used Seleni's quite a bit. But Daedalus Hammer and Luckier Tooth, because basically I had it on every run. Same with Moonbeam, because like once I really figured out how Selene worked, I go like, she only gives you like one skill. That's not really that much. That's not a big deal. It seems kind of weak actually. Kind of a weird replacement for like the powers you get from the gods. In the first game. But no, then you amplify them. You get God Sent, and you upgrade them. It's like, oh, this is actually really cool. Then you get God Sent, depending on what boons you have, and that makes them even better. And it's just like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, there are some items I just did not use. But yeah, and Luckier Tooth, just always having that like extra security, that big health boost for another Death Defy, always useful. Just like always had it on the back foot in case I wanted like that extra security. So yeah, like, pretty good stats, I feel like. Like between, what part am I on? It's been a bit. Because, let's see. Is this part 33 or 34? I don't remember. I'm trying to think of my editing, because like, yeah. This part 33 or 34, roughly each episode is an hour. Some of them were a little shorter, but if you wanted, like, if I were to be generous, honestly think like maybe 40 hours I got into this already. Actually, don't we have time? Doesn't it tell us?
Best to keep track of each detail.
It's like, I guess we don't have, do we?
Good evening,
Wasn't
Mr.
there like another thing we got that could tell us like our like other stats? Hold on, let me check the cauldron real quick. Yeah, I thought there was like another thing. I'm just looking. I thought there was another thing that gave us more statistics, and I don't remember. I'm just looking through them. I couldn't remember. I thought there was like another thing that gave us like statistics. And I just can't remember. Personalized. Okay. I thought there was like another thing. So like, yeah, how long have I been playing? Like some episodes have been like shorter, some have been longer. But yeah, I'd like to take a wager. Like I've been at this for like 40 hours since, the game came out. Better part, when did this come out again? Sorry, it's been a bit. Late September. Hold on. September 25th. It's only the 18th as of recording. It's like, really, in less than a month I put that much time into it? Okay, it felt longer, but I suppose I've been distracted. Like, I've been working on other projects on the side. I've had a lot of, like, personal stuff on my mind, so I just haven't been in the mood to record, and working on other stuff. Like, I played, like, Pac-Man Repack in the middle of this. I've taken breaks just to, like, even though I was giddy to play it, like, I wanted to keep playing it, like, whenever I had time. Just, like, stuff getting in the way, or it's like, I want to do this because I think I can weave it into this, and just stuff like that, just, like, other stuff going on. And, yeah, a personal tragedy the other week, recently, that has just sort of, like, really set me back by better part of a week. But, even still, like, coming to this, it's like, this has been just like so fun. Even when I got frustrated, even when I screamed at my own stupidity because like I screwed up in a fight or something, like I've been giddy to play this like so much. Like I just wanted to keep coming back to it. I just wanted to keep getting stronger. I just wanted to like see what was next, the next interaction, to try and like one more time. And like so many late nights, like I got, you know, I just like wanted to keep playing. And like that's just like the addictive qualities of a roguelite like this, but one that's also done so well. Because like the first game, like Hades 2 is just Hades 1 again, and you know, you could argue it's just sort of like, is Hades 2 better? Like even when I like going back to replay the first game, like I feel like I have a better connection to like the story in that because it's a lot simpler, but the stakes in this, you know, that's just kind of, well, you know, that's like a personal thing. It's like the first base game has like a much simpler story, one that I really related to. And, you know, this one, and like, so, you know, that's personal to me in a lot of ways. But this, in terms of like its gameplay, how it operates, its grander story, that it's like, it's so much bigger. The stakes are so much higher. You got so much like self-interest and conflict you got to deal with, even amongst people you trust. And there's basically a whole second game attached to it, cause like it's Hades 1, but double the size basically, because you got like the same path down there. And even though they do make things like a little quicker with things like a lot of areas that are very reminiscent of Styx in the first game. So like some of the areas are actually pretty short really, and go by fast, but doesn't matter. They just have like a great gimmick. So every time you go to an area, you know what to expect. And then it's just like, what's going to get thrown at you between like a new boss or a testament of night that you threw on? Is your weapon, is your build working? And like the god powers are so like, you know, more interesting, I guess you can say, in this game, because you have to account for things like, because you got to account for things like, you know, your attack, special, cast, like in the first game, but now you got like Omega attack, Omega special, Omega cast. You know, your dash is affected in other ways. You know, you got so many more moves in your repertoire that you can modify, and then there are so many more things that stack now as well. And then you got like things like the infusions and like the duos and legendary boons, and then you got like other characters like Medea, Hades, Circe, that Icarus, like all the companions that like throw on different like, you know, not, or like their own boons that have their own stacks and their own capabilities. Boy, did I really not give Hephaestus that many offerings? And I liked the Unseen. I really liked, you know, our main cast. I like Hecate. I bet now we can advance her story. Like, Melenoi, love her. She's great. She's just sort of like, again, very different from Zagreus, like playful, but she's like so much more determined. And like kind of gets really cold the farther or the closer you get to your end goal, because you're like, yes, I want to kill my grandfather. That's how this ends, no matter what. But then you got Zag. Where is he? Okay, we'll get to that in a second, because I got thoughts about Zag. But, you know, I like the cast. Selene is so, like, majestic and enchanting. Charon, still the best. Don't have too much to say. I like Odysseus as our, like, Achilles replacement. Like, he's just, like, this cool, stoic guy. Kind of, like, a very similar, like, situation to Melenoi in some ways. Nem, love her. She's just great. Moros, I like him. Like, I thought he'd just be kind of like, annoying sad boy. No, he's very relatable about, like, this guy who's just, like, trying to live up to, you know, like, you know, his family members that have such a greater purpose than him, and, you know, has such a bad reputation about him just because of it, like, how he, like, who and what he represents, but he's still so compelling. Dora, adorable, just kind of like this, like, goofy, apathetic ghost that we're learning more about, and it's very interesting. Again, like, maybe she's actually Pandora. Wonder what that's gonna be like. You know, Skelly, good to see him again. Circe, again, she's just enchanted squirrel girl, a grease squirrel girl. That's what she looks like. But, like, you know, you got the witch trio. You got Hecate, just like this cool, mysterious, kind of verbose teacher. And then you got Circe, like the good witch. Like, you just got, like, you got the trio. You got, like, the in-between, you got the good witch, you got Glinda, and then you got, like, the bad, like, goth goth auntie witch who's great. So you got the spectrum. You got like Icarus. I wish I did more with him. But like, what's the, the history between Icarus and Melenui? This kind of like, lovers tryst. He's kind of like the Thanatos. He's kind of like the Thanatos, except more cheery in this game. And then Nemesis is the Meg, which I'm very curious what happened to Than and Meg, like where they are in all this. Because there are still some characters that we didn't get. And, like the God Boons, we got Zeus. Like, again, I kind of just, like, deferred to... He's basically got, like, the Doom, like, Ares in the last game, which I didn't use that much, but there was a lot of, like, supplemental stuff that he does that works out really well. I like Hera for her, like... she's definitely one of the most catty ones of the entire cast, where it's just sort of like, oh, so this is, whatever you're doing. It's like, sure, whatever. Like, she's definitely just like the most untrusting and kind of like really dismissive of all the cast, and it's like very interesting. Like it really gives like the hath no fury that she kind of has in like actual mythology. But I like Hitch, just like spreading damage around. You get the right setup. Poseidon, Sea Star, like pushing enemies away has its uses, and it's really good for adding range to your hits. But Sea Star, the way he just like bountiful boons, gifts from the sea, that is what is the killer. Demeter, I used her so little. Like, okay, like her like freezing abilities are, I see how they're useful. They're just not as useful as like a bunch of other things that others can do. So, I kind of really ignored her, but that's just because I felt others... Apollo, I also ignored him too a lot, but, like, his extra range and the way his, like, attacks can stack, and just, like, he is a good amplifier for a lot of your special abilities. So, you put him on a base, and then you get other characters that stack. That really works. Aphrodite, like, the close-up, like, close-up damage bonuses. She's for getting, like, really up in people's faces, and, like, the weakening to, like, if you're fighting well and you're, just like amplifying yourself, making you a little bit stronger up close while making enemies weaker. And Hephaestus, just like huge bursts of damage for basically everything you do, like very useful, and I like him as a character, great design. Again, Hephaestus and Hestia are my two favorites as newly added in the game. Hestia, Scorch does stack up, it's kind of like a poison effect, but like she just has so many good moves, like cardio gain, what are the other ones? Like the fireballs that add to your specials and casts that change how they operate. Like, and yeah, you get something alone, you can snuff it out. Sorry, I'm rambling and I got a lot to say. Ares, he's basically like, same concept as last time, just like these red swords, but it looks a little bit faster. Like, I wonder actually how him, Ares, and Zeus build would stack. But you got the main ones, but then you got like Athena shows up and you get like Deflect again and some other bonuses, Dionysus, and you get like his, is it called? Like the Hangover. And so you got like all those familiar abilities still. Artemis, such a sweetheart. Love her. She was like one of my favorites in the last game. She is so great here. I didn't get her support fire for a long while, but that's like one of the best. Support fire with, if I had support fire on with like the flames, God, that'd be crazy. And Hermes, always fun, zipping around. Just so many great characters. Love Narcissus, just like such a fun character. I want to finish his story with like him and Echo. And Echo, I like her. Her boon I used a lot because like that double really stacks up. That can really help. I just really like where her story is going, and also how she gives you boons is so good. Arachne, I like the dresses, the different silks that give you like the different passive abilities, and like the different bonuses in the armor. So if you can make it last, you get like so much out of it. Hypnos, figuring out more about him. I like, boy, we really were close to finishing off with Chaos. Again, saw him on the surface, but Daedalus Hammer wins at all times. But like Chaos, such a amazing new design. Like the redesign is so crazy. And like such like an interesting character, still just like this anomaly, just like this being, this all-knowing yet all-encompassing being that's still so like curious about the world. It's so interesting. Just like a a naive omnipotence, if you will. And, lots of great enemies, lots of variety. Once you figure them out, but like some of them can get really dangerous. Some great sub bosses. And then just like, I love the animal familiars. Again, just like it's Hades 1 again, but what they stack on is like so fun. You just get like so many things you can work with of just sort of like animal companions, different boons from different characters on top of the godly ones, just like the aspects and, just so much cool stuff. The keepsakes are a lot more interesting in this game, I think. Sorry, dog's listening to me ramble. Hold on. I'm hungry and I'm losing my voice, so I got something on, so I might have to go run to like check something real quick. But okay, no, so like talking about, I like the trinkets in this one. They're a lot more varied. Like a lot of familiar ones that we've seen are like some regard, but I like that's more difference where it's just sort of like, boons show up early on, like in the last game, but you can rarefy, and there's like more variety, and because because the boons are so much more varied, these are more interesting. I didn't do that one enough. That would have been really useful on some of them. But like I like things like knuckle bones, like things that give you advantages for like trying again. Between like knuckle bones, evil eye, great for bosses, ghost onion for like, if you're like really taking hits but you get get so much health back when you go to new areas. Doom, so basically another death defy in an encounter. So yeah, that's basically like a death defy in every area, but you gotta survive. So, and you gotta kill what killed you. I wonder how that would have worked in bosses. I would have liked to use that more, but and like stuff that can like add to the danger but give you huge bonuses and stuff like that. Things like you go fast. Like there's a bunch I didn't use, but then you got like weird ones like Gorgon Amulet was cool, like Fig Leaf that could completely diminish an encounter, a random chaos boon, Selene's to give you like more and more, like level up her abilities way faster. I didn't try Experimental Hammer just because I didn't want to get like a random, like for 10 encounters, which like maybe for one region, which more useful would be like a boon early on or money to spend at Charon shop, stuff like that. That would have been cool. The Arcana cards, there's a lot of things that could have like bonus damage if you take so much damage, like a huge damage boost early on. Like, I think I like these trinkets more than in the first game. They're way more varied and have like more useful like mechanics. And then the weapons, I was a little hesitant at first because I was like not quite used to the range of the witch's staff, but it worked out really cool. Like once I really understood how the mana worked and how to use the magic, it really set in, and like so many cool aspects on how these things work. Gotta get everything of tears. I like the sister blades, just like that fast, quick, up in your face damage. Like again, speed boost from Hermes and stuff like that. Close up damage from Aphrodite. This is one of my favorites, honestly. Like, sorry, whatever they're called. I suppose I should look at the Umbral Flames. Sorry, I like those because once you realize you can just kind of like hold it down and just keep firing, like there's so much good synergy with how it works. You find the right god, especially like Hestia on that one, even the base one, and just sort of like the damage can rack up while just recovering magic as fast as you're gaining it. And then you get the right cards. Then the Daybreak is really cool. Aspect of Moros took me a second, but then I realized just like how like you can like stack it where you really should be using your special first, using your Omega special, and then attacking, because then they you got that circling around you for a while and they will run into it naturally rather than like queuing up for it. The Axe. I'm sorry, I'm seeing the title, the name of the thing up on the top. The Moonstone Axe. I did not like the Moonstone Axe at first. Like, it's just like, man, this is really slow. You're really vulnerable, especially when you're doing certain attacks. This just is not working for me, and I usually love these heavy weapons. But it comes together, especially Aspect of Thanatos, giving you that speed boost and like that extra like damage, like it really racks up. And then once that came into play, it's just sort of like, oh no, I'm starting to see how this really works. And so like you can like really lean into that heavy damage and be slow. Hold on. Okay, back. Sorry. Just like I'm hungry. I'm losing my voice. I gotta get up at 5 a.m. In the morning for work, and I should really go to bed now. But I'm just like going through everything needlessly. But like, no, the Moonstone Axe comes together, and you can like get a lot of damage output. The Argus Skull or the Argent Skull. That's my friend's favorite weapon, and yeah, he hyped up the aspect of Persephone, which was the one that finally got me into beating Typhon. But it was more about like the stacks I had and like burning through magic to make it work. But regardless, like, no, it's really cool. Just like setting out shells and then collecting them for different like explosions and bursts of damage and just like stacking them together. And like cruising around as a moving skull, especially as Persephone's, but like bursting forward to like dash through, and just getting, just stronger and stronger build up. Just like a more interesting adamant rail. Like I didn't really like the adamant rail in the first game. I started to finally like get it eventually after I beat the game, but like I never really gelled with me. And this is just like a more like easier to understand, more versatile rail, I think. But then I like the black coat because like, it's got so much versatility. I didn't use its block much, but like it's got such cool stuff, especially with the aspect of Selene, because that like new hex, especially because it meshes with the Ares, it can just like do so much damage. But you just got like these fisticuffs. It has an insane design. Like it looks so cool being like this like suit of armor, this power loader set. And, you got like the punching, the glyphs, or the punches, like whatever the gauntlets were called in the first game. You got rockets with you, and it's just so cool. Like it's so over the top, and it's so interesting, just like a Power Ranger suit. And like especially when you get the Daedalus hammer of like you attack and you fire a special, like that works out really well, and that can stack. So like, yeah, and then you got like the hidden aspects. There are aspects I haven't even unlocked yet. There's just so much cool stuff. And even when it comes to getting like materials, like, like having be able to do more. I guess in earlier builds of the game, when it was still in early access, you could only pick one of these, like resource collecting items at a time. I'm glad that's not the case now, because that would drive us nuts. Better to have that like your resource gathering bonus increased just by using your pets or something. That's a decision that's more fun than it's like, if I go do a run, I gotta choose like, can I collect, can I mine, or can I get ghosts for Psyche? Can I fish? And then just odds are you might just not run into those things of the item you chose. So better to have them all rather than like having to pick and choose. But, they work. And, also the bonus to the infusions. So it's like, yeah, Hades 2 is basically Hades 1, but better in basically every aspect. And that's basically the consensus I see with a lot of people. The biggest contentious point is the ending. And like I was trying to read up on like, is this the true ending? Did I get it? And then you're reading people like talking about the ending, and I checked on social media because I kept spoiler free of all that, but looking it up and seeing like the backlog of people talking about the Hades 2 ending and how much they do not like it. Like Shafrillis is just sort of like started playing Hades, just like, oh, I'm loving this game, and I saw those, but I didn't see his post about just sort of like I like 99% of Hades, that 1% is the ending, and then like other people going like, I suppose like the biggest one that I saw, like kind of more representative, I think, of a lot of people's feelings, is like some people say it's like it's too hand wavy of an ending. Oh, what, Zag goofs around, and now like Kronos is a good guy because they're like, Kronos is redeemed even though he's like an abusive father, and that is something someone brought up, or is just sort of like, like I love Hades, I love forgiving abusers, I love, all that, and it's just sort of like, okay, I see where they're coming from, because that can be a bit tough to swallow, because it like, because that is kind of like where Kronos is at, and like, they haven't detailed it too much about like, that he's eaten his children and stuff like that. Is there service stats? Do we have like boss pages? Stygian dangers. I'm just looking. I'm just looking. Do they got like pages for the bosses? Son of Typhon, Twin Typhon, Spawn Typhon. No, we really don't have patience for the bosses, just for the fun of it. But, like, I understand where people are coming from to a degree, where it's just sort of like, it feels like Kronos got let off. Like, we play the whole game to try and kill him, and then Zagreus steps in, like, reasons with him, and then suddenly everything's okay. That doesn't sit well with people, and now the game just kind of like, you know, again, the problem is, I think the biggest problem is that, you know, it's a roguelite. It's got to find a way to keep looping, and, like, so you can play it over and over again. Like Binding of Isaac, you figure out and get to the root of like what Isaac's trauma is, and even get a happy ending with like the final updates. It's still got to continue so you can keep playing the game. So, you know, in like as dour as that is, and that's kind of the thing here. And it's just like, how do you like kill Kronos and then like what? How do you continue the game? How do you keep getting resources? How do you keep doing the gameplay loop? But and you know, so it's like, oh, Zagreus, like, you know, gives him new memories and suddenly he's redeemed and everything. It's like, well, no, but that's kind of the point, is that it's not that simple. Like, you know, and I can only speak so much. I guess, you know, depending on your experience, that could be very different. Because again, like, I related to the first game a lot, just because, like, Zag, kind of like, you know, the relationship I had with my dad. Just like this cold, stern guy that got screwed over, like, got too many raw deals in life, and especially from family. And so he's just like this jaded, hard to emote, doesn't want to give too much away, and just like cannot really express himself. And that's hard growing up with, especially when you just sort of like, you know, it's like, well, this came easy to me, why can't it come easy to you? Like that scene where you like Zagreus goes to the records room, is just sort of like, all right, get to work, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but you're expected. It's like, oh, you're his son, you should know what you're doing immediately, and you just can't adapt. You are a much different person than your father. And it's just like, that's kind of how it is, so I can relate to that experience a lot. The Kronos and Hades relation, I can relate to Zagreus' relationship with Hades a lot. It means a lot to me. Hades' relationship to Kronos is very different. This is the Titan. This is like a guy who's like eaten his children, and they had to like fight tooth and nail to get free of his, like, you know, of his like abuse, if you want to frame it like that, which, you know, and like, again, like the thing that gets me is like, you know, the thing that sticks out to me is just sort of like, when Kronos first shows up, Hades doesn't know exactly what's going on. He sees Hades and he's not just like defiant or angry. He's just like paralyzed with fear. It's just like immediately he's scared of Kronos. And that tells you a lot how that relationship pans out by itself. And, you know, again, like, well, how much did Hades get the brunt of that, especially with people like Zeus and Poseidon, like, screwing around and throwing Hades under the bus. So who knows if Hades got it, like, the worst of them all as well. But, you know, it's just like, but, you know, the children of Kronos fighting back, getting rid of him, and just, like, literally cutting him out of their lives. And so he comes back with a vengeance, like, more, like, vindictive and, you know, doing what he did before. But then you got Zag, like, and so it's just like, it's better just to kill him, get him out of the way, and then we're done with it, right? And then you got Zag, who's just sort of like, okay, look, I understand he's caused you a lot of pain, and like, you know, well, specifically to Millennium, where it's just sort of like, but I don't know this guy. I've never encountered him. I don't know what he's actually like, and I'm not just too keen on just like killing somebody I don't know. It's like in Naruto when he met Nagato for the first time. Like, Pain destroyed the Leaf Village, he killed Kakashi, he just like caused so much pain, and like, you know, killed Jiraiya. And so when Naruto finally meets Nagato, it's just sort of like, oh, don't get me wrong, I hate you. Like, you caused me so much pain. I won't forgive you, but I don't know who you are. I don't know why you did this. I don't know what your reasoning is for doing this, or like what logic you made in order to like justify this. But it doesn't make me feel good. It feels so irrational, this pit in my stomach, to despise someone I've never met, like in person. And that's kind of what it's like with Zag, where it's just sort of like, look, I get it, but I don't know the details. And like with Hades, kind of like in the first game, won't tell him anything because it's like, it's too personal. It's like, no, you're not prying in my, personal details, boy. But then you got Zag, who's just like, well, I need to know more. I need to know for myself. And and he just like goes up and asks. It's just sort of like, look, I can end this right here, and maybe that might be for the best, but I want to give you a chance to redeem yourself. And we get like that past where he really does turn around. But then again, that was a dream, a past memory, an alternate timeline. That's not this reality. So it's like there was like a world where Kronos was like a very like good grandfather who was learning to like change and got better. And even if his children were still hesitant about him, they were growing. He was getting better and they were growing on him. Something was changing for the better. And I know that's like the idyllic situation. That's not that's not applicable to every situation like that, but at least in this case, it was, and there was a chance for it to be better. And, again, weird timeline shenanigans. And I suppose maybe that was specifically because Zagreus, like, entered Kronos' domain. So it's like, Zagreus remembers, like, this great future where things were a lot better. Kronos has all these memories, but he still has all the memories of everything he did wrong. So it's just like this conflicting thing is just like, I see how this could have been better, and I do regret it. Kill me if you must. Like he resigned, but it's mainly Millennium holding her blade just because like Zag tried to win her over, and even Zag defensive about it. It's just sort of like, okay, do not get me wrong. It's just sort of like, I had a different life from you. Like, this played out very differently. It's like, it's so complicated. It's very twisty, but I kind of like it because like Zag knows it's just sort of like, at least in this case, like these families are complicated. These relationships are complicated, and it's hard to, for some of them, it's hard to express their feelings correctly. And even if it seems like it's hand waving at what Kronos has done, it gives him a chance to like redeem himself like Hades did for Zag in the first game. Will it ever be better? Well, again, it's something I've said before in other playthroughs, and like something I kind of like, I really think it's just like, anyone can change, but no one, deserves forgiveness, is kind of like how I see it. Or it's just sort of like, Kronos can be better. He can like become a better person, or like he can change. He can be a better grandfather. He can be a better father to his kids. He can try his damnedest. He can literally spend all of eternity and time to do better by everyone he's wronged. None of them have to forgive him. Like, maybe the scars are too deep. Maybe they hurt too much. Maybe it's too tough. And it's like, then that's truly within their right. They don't have to forgive them. None of Kronos' children have to forgive him. Millennium does not have to forgive him for all the time that has been lost with her family because of what he did, because of his spite, because of his anger. But if Kronos truly is like trying to be better, he won't need the forgiveness. Even if no one ever forgives him, he can still try and be better. And again, like going even to like another game about Greek mythology, God of War, where it's just like, that's kind of the concept. It's like Hades, or like Kratos has destroyed the entire world. He's destroyed an entire verse, basically. Destroyed an entire pantheon and mythology. And so it's just like, can I be forgiven? Is this all I am? Can I be nothing than this? I'm a monster. Even if I'm not the monster of the gods anymore, I will always be this. But in like Ragnarok, it doesn't have to be that way. He can be a god of war, but he can be a god of war that unifies, that brings hope, that is so much more than his anger. And like in the Valhalla DLC, it's just sort of like, it's like you can like look at your past, acknowledge it, and try to grow past it. Do not forget what you did, but don't let it consume you. And, it's like, accept the bad parts of yourself because they are still part of you, but they do not have to define you because you can be better. Okay. Sorry, just my thoughts on the ending of the game. Okay, I think I've rambled on long enough. There's still so much more to do. Between, like, whatever this epilogue has in store for us, like, new stuff, however it changes, more stuff to unlock, just, like, the loop continues. The Greek tragedy carries on, but it doesn't have to end in tragedy. It can still carry on and, you know, be better. Okay, I think I've rambled on long enough. I think this has gone long enough. Again, Hades 2, between this, Hollow Knight Silksong, Expedition 33, God, I don't know. It's going to be so hard to pick a game of the year, but honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards this. Just like in this moment, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. Like, Expedition 33 is phenomenal. I did not think any game was going to beat that this year. And then we got, like, Silksong, which is just, like, so phenomenal as, like, a sequel to Hollow Knight, being, again, more of the same, but, you know, refining things and creating, like, a new path, like, doing so much right and so well. Phenomenal boss fights. And then you got, like, this, but it's, like, the loop, the story, the gameplay, the progression, it all stacks up, and it's so good. And I'm probably in the minority where I really like this ending. And I really like this ending, actually. And I want to see how everyone's going to change here. Okay, sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm very hungry. I got my cat and my dog, like, crowding around my food that I got set out, waiting for, because, like, they want it, and they're gonna eat it if I don't do it soon. So, yeah, for now, that's the end of Hades 2. I will probably do, like, come back and do some more videos in the epilogue like I did for Hades 1. But, you know, I got more to do. I'll take a break from it. I'll probably, like, step in every now and then. But in the meantime, yeah, that's it. We've gone to hell, back, above, and below. In the end, we found family and home. So, with that all being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Hades 2.